There is a good reason why I can't stop talking about trading psychology in this my YouTube channel. Why? Because trading psychology plays a major role in your life as a trader. All right, now this is a trade that has already played out, but I'm going to explain the usefulness of patience in this trade and how patience can help you, all right, in your trading life. So first of all, I want to use a diagram to explain something quickly. All right, so let's say we are having an uptrend. All right, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we had a shift of structure right here and price retracing. Now when you have something like this, our idea as traders is to sell high and buy low. All right, so anytime you have a shift of structure like this, you are expecting price to trade to a premium point so you can sell the market, right? Everybody do have this knowledge. So you are expecting price to tap into your premium point and then you can sell the market. All right, so let's take out a premium and discount right here. And if you take out your premium and discount, you see that price has already tapped into your premium points. So what are you expecting? Most traders will look out for a candlestick confirmation right at this point. Most traders will look for a candlestick confirmation right at this point. Why most traders, let's take for example, this is the 15-minute time frame. Most traders will go down to the 5-minute time frame and look for a shift of structure, another shift of structure on the 5-minute time frame, and then they can trade it downward. All right, why most traders will just look for just the candlestick confirmation and then they will trade it. So let's say first or trader A is taking his trade from this point, take profit at the next swing low or 1:3 or whatever, and stop loss at that swing high. Stop loss at that swing high, and then trader B entered a little bit too late. Let's say trader B entered a little bit too late, which is right at this point, and then take profit at the same point, and then stop loss at this swing high because he or she already had his confirmation or her confirmation that price is not going to trade above these points. And if trader B is setting his or her stop loss right at this point, it will be too much to risk. So I think trader B will just put his or her stop loss right at this high here with the belief that price is going to trade downward. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that price can do something like this? Go up there, collect liquidity, and then keep going up. All right. Now, we already had a shift of structure, like I said, right here. And price came collecting liquidity above this high. You have to understand that at every swing low and every swing high, there is always a liquidity resting at that point. So now, this is where patience comes in first, and this is where setting and forget does not work. All right, in this scenario, you have to watch your trade play out. So this is the reason why most mentors do tell their students to set and forget, because they can't control their emotions. They can't control their emotions. But if you can control your emotions, which is part of trading psychology, all right, if you can master your emotions and be able to manage and control them, you can watch your trade play out and then see what the smart money are doing, and then you can enter for this trade again after you've gotten stopped out, and then you enter from this point again and then make money from this huge move after the liquidity sweep. I don't know if you're understanding me. So now you have to understand that as a trader, you have to work on your emotions. All right, you really need to work on your emotions. Don't be deceived by anybody. You really have to work on your emotions. All right, so we do have scenarios like this also in the market. Scenarios like this, something like this, that uptrend, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then the shift of structure, and then price we just go down like this. Now, this is what you should understand. If you are taking the trade like this, let's say you refuse to enter for the trade when price tapped into the premium point, and then you see some sort of candlestick confirmation or a shift of structure on the 5-minute time frame, and you refuse to enter for this trade, price can just go from this point and kept going down, just keep going down from this point. I don't know if you're understanding me. Price can do something like this, tap into this premium point and just go down from here. So you have to still enter for the trade. You have to still enter for the trade, although you can get stopped out. All right, you can get stopped out. All right, so enter for the trade and get stopped out, and then enter again. This is why you are traders. You need to be very, very flexible and smart. All right, so watch your trade. A lot of beginner traders, they get emotional. They start panicking immediately. Price starts reversing to their entry point or reversing to their stop loss. They start adjusting their stop loss, panicking, instead of just watching what the price is doing and then enter for the trade again. Be flexible. You are a trader and not a gambler. All right, stop adjusting your stop loss. All right, I don't know if you're understanding something. So you can still do something. We do have scenarios like this. All right, you can still do something like this, trade from here. But let's say unfortunately you traded like this and then price takes you out like this. It's okay, suck it up. All right, suck it up and then enter again. Be flexible. So let me show you this trade quickly, and let me show you what understanding your emotions and learning how to control and manage your emotions can do for you as a trader. All right, quickly, let me take all these things out. Let me explain something for you. All right, so let's go to the chart. As you can see, this trade has already played out, but now let me show you something that I did on this trade. I entered for this trade two times. The first time I got stopped out and then I entered again. So you see, if I was setting and forget, if I just set this trade and I just forget about the trade, I won't see what I saw on this trade. And I'm going to show you that thing. All right, quickly, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's start analyzing from the 1 hour time frame so you can understand something better. Or I think the 4 hour time frame. All right, the 4 hour time frame. Now, as you can see, the market is bearish, clearly bearish. We had this break of structure right here, to the downside, and price was retracing to tap into firstly this supply zone and also this supply zone. Remember, you can't tell the market what to do. All right, the market will still do its thing. So it's either price is tapping into this supply zone, respecting the supply zone, or price is respecting this upper supply zone. All right, so let's see what price was doing at that upper supply zone, because price tapped into this first supply zone, tried to dish out that bearish movement, but it didn't work. Right, so the supply that stepped into the market were not enough for price to keep going down. As you can see, price went a little bit higher to collect more liquidity. All right, now let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what price is doing at this range here. Let's see what price is doing right at this point. All right, let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. All right, right here at the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, price has traded into this premium point, into this supply zone we drew from the 4 hour time frame. All right, so as you can see, supply stepped into the market and was giving us a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. As you can see, there was no another lower low. All right, this is the last lower low at this point, and this is the last lower high. You wouldn't call this a lower high because there was no price trading below this low here, this low here. So this is our last lower low, and this is our last lower high here. All right, so I spotted that our last lower high right here, and then waiting for price to tap into it. Now let's zoom in. Let me show you something. This lower high here, remember, is our supply zone. All right, this is also our supply zone right at this point. So I'm waiting for price to trade into it. So now price traded into it, and then I entered for the trade right at this point after having this shift of structure right here. I had this shift of structure. As you can see, price shifted structure right at this point, and then price traded to my premium points. All right, take out my premium and discount. And as you can see, price traded into my premium points right here. So now I entered for the trade the first time right at this point. After having this multiple range at this point, as you can see that the buyers and the sellers are somehow contemplating who is going to take control of the markets. And I was having this small candlestick right at this point. And then I had this dodgy candlestick. I don't know if you can see this candlestick with a little body. As you can see, a little body and lower and an upper wick candlestick. I don't know if you can see this candlestick. Long upper wick and long lower wick with a little body. And then I had this engulfing candlestick engulfing this small candlestick here, and I entered for the trade right at this point. Right at this point after seeing that candlestick, and my stop loss was right at this high here, like this, and I was targeting something at this swing low here, at this swing low. Now this was what price did. Take for example, I was setting and forget on this trade. I was doing set and forget on this trade, and price stops me out and went to my supposed direction. How am I going to feel? Depressed, right? I will just sit down there and just regret. Why didn't I just wait? Why didn't I just look at the trade and just enter for the trade again after getting stopped out? Why? And you just sit down there blaming yourself. Whereas you can do something about this. So you see, this is somehow adding to your own profitability in the markets. Setting and forget. So most times it's good to watch the trade play out and see what the smart money are doing. All right, but if you can't manage your emotions, you can't watch the trade play out, because if you see the trade reversing to your stop loss or to your entry points, you start panicking. Instead of you to be patient and just relax and wait to see what the smart money are doing. All right, so this was what happened after I got stopped out. I suck it up. All right, I took this out and I waited to see what the smart money are up to, because I know for a fact that this is a shift of structure and price definitely going to trade bearish. All right, so I waited until price traded up to this point and give me this liquidity sweep. So price was coming to collect liquidity all this while, right above this high here, because we all know that at every swing high and every swing low there's always liquidity. So price collected liquidity above that high, and then you can see this upper long ass wick candlestick with a small body. All right, after seeing this rejection candlestick right here, I saw this huge engulfing bearish candlestick. So I entered at this point again. So you see, I entered after seeing this engulfing candlestick. So you see the advantages of you being patient, number one, and not being emotional. All right, don't be emotional, so that you can watch your trade play out and see what the smart money are doing. All right, I don't know if you're understanding me. Watching your trade play out is very, very important. You can learn a lot. All right, you can learn a lot instead of you panicking and just shifting and adjusting your stop loss. Immediately you see price reversing to your stop loss or to your entry points. All right, so I entered for this trade again, and as you can see, played out perfectly well. So this is how I made this trade. I made money from this trade. All right, so you see the power of you understanding how to manage and control your emotions. You can't stop being emotional. All you can do is just to manage and control it. All right, so let me show you another trade on CHF All right, quickly. CHF All right, right here. Now, this was the trade I entered on CHFJPY. It was just a quite simple trade, just a simple trade, all right, trading with the trend. So the market is bullish, as you can see, clearly bullish, and then price traded up to this point, and I spotted this demand zone here. I spotted this demand zone out, and I waited for price to tap into the demand zone, and immediately price tapped into the demand zone. I entered for the trade, seeing this V-shaped reaction right here. Seeing this V-shaped reaction, I entered for the trade, and I entered for the trade again when price tapped into this demand zone. As you can see, price went half close to my TP and started reversing from that point, and then went up again. So I spotted this point. I spotted this point out when I saw this multiple rejection candlestick. So you can see this small candlestick and an engulfing candlestick. I entered after seeing that engulfing candlestick right here. So I entered for the trade at this point, and then the trade played out perfectly well. As you can see, hit my TP right here at this point. So it was a successful trade, and this trade was just basically me trading with the trend. All right, while the first trade talks about how you can manage your emotion and how you can just control your emotions while trading. All right, stop panicking and just wait for the trade to take you out on break even, or hit your stop loss, or go to your supposed direction. All right, if price stops you out, check out for the things you did wrong. All right, don't just sit down there and just regret. Check out for the things you did wrong, and then try to repeat that entry again. If there is a possible need, if there is a need to enter for that trade again, you enter for the trade again. All right, if you see opportunity to enter again, you enter again. But if price just reversed to the opposite side and kept going up or down to that opposite side, just leave the trade to start going to that direction. All right, but if you have possibilities to enter again, you enter again. All right, so that's the end of this video. I hope you've learned something, and happy trading day and happy trading week.